of Pennsylvania hospital at 3 in the damn morning when I had to get up for work in a few hours. I guess I'd be using another one of those sick days the police force was kind enough to give me. I wasn't really sure when it all began, but tonight, like so many other nights, felt like déjà vu. I thought everything was going well. We were at a mutual friend's house celebrating 4 years of marriage and a newborn child. I found myself gazing at the child absently, rubbing my hand across my stomach. Darius and I tried 4 times to conceive, and each time it ended in a miscarriage. My doctor said that my stress level was way too high to carry a child, and that was part of the reason why my pregnancy was terminated early time and time again. We agreed it was the stress of the job, but I knew that wasn't the only reason. Of course, Darius blamed me, and he was right. I was stressed, but in a situation like mine, who wouldn't be? Getting sick of hearing about how happy my friends were and having to fake my own happiness, I got up to grab a cup of punch from off the table. Both me and my friend Michelle were on the police force. Her husband was a cop also. Michelle and I went through boot camp together and became fast friends. She met her husband on the force and I met mine in a damn club. As a result of our occupation, a lot of our coworkers were in attendance for the festivities. I had to pretend like I was happy because I didn't need them in my business asking questions. I couldn't even confide in Michelle because I was scared she would say something. While standing at the table, I got lost in thought, remembering the times when we used to be happy like this. Before the first black eye he gave me, and the first lie I had to tell about how I got it. Before the first time he punched me like I was a man out in the street, and the first promise I got that it wouldn't happen again if I stayed. Before the first child was lost, and I wasn't even comforted, just beat near death because it made him look like less of a man to his friends in his eyes. Before I had to fix the problem, before I became non-existent. See something you like? Darius spoke low into my ear, sneaking up on me from behind. He had a tight grip on my already sore waistline from the beating I endured last week, but I kept a straight face. Nobody could really know what was going on. What are you talking about? I'm just having a glass of punch, I whispered back, smiling as a few coworkers walked by so they wouldn't suspect my obvious discomfort. You've been standing here staring at dudes for the past 2 minutes. Do you want that nigga? Darius, I wasn't even looking his way. I was standing here thinking about what I would do for you for our anniversary. I quickly lied to try to take some of the heat off the subject. There was a time when I could calculate whether I would be getting dealt with later, but lately I could hardly pinpoint it. It was like I was dealing with a monster. That's bullshit, and you know it. But Darius, I was only— Shut up. No, that's your ass when we get home. He gave me a hard pinch that was sure to leave another bruise on my already sore lower back before he walked away to engage in a loud conversation with some of the other guys at the party. My hand began to shake slightly, and I set my glass down so no one would notice. He only had about 9 drinks, so I was hoping he would have a few more. Maybe he would pass out and forget once we got home. I thought for sure if he gave me the chance, I could fuck him to sleep, and we would be on somewhat good terms again. Taking a seat on the couch, I pretended like I was into the conversation the women were having around me, laughing at the appropriate time and crying on the inside because I was nearing my breaking point. I can't deal with this anymore. When she tried to pass me her baby, I denied it, faking like I couldn't handle holding a child. And to some point, that statement was true. I couldn't handle holding her bundle of joy, knowing I would probably never have the chance to hold my own. I saw Darius watching me from the other side of the room.